Hi, friends, and welcome to Only Green, a conservation photographer and photojournalist whose works have been featured in BBC, CNN, and Nat Geo. Mr. Anil T Prabhakar is our guest for the day. An Indian and now based out of Indonesia, he experiments with his photography skill in doing documentary, fine arts, and landscapes. His attempts at painting using oil paints, acrylic, and pencil right from his school days were very fruitful, and numerous awards and mentions were won for his works. His photo of an orangutan extending her arm to help a forest warden in Borneo had gone viral in social media, and most of us might have seen this. We'll talk about this in our conversation. He's also the recipient of a lot of awards. Welcome, Anil, to Only Green.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to interact with you guys. Uh, the problem is, like I've been in Indonesia, so unable to communicate with the people in India. And so it's quite happy that some channel is open for me to have an interaction. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor for us also. We understand that you are an ardent conservationist and a great lover of nature. But then, when we go through your biodata, we see that you did your degree and your post graduation in geology. Then now you are in the mining industry. How did you get so passionate about Mother Nature?
There are several things. First of all, from the childhood itself, I've been to a nature. And my schools and college days, I've been into a nature club and one of the secretary of one nature club called Flamingo Nature Club. So, an adamant a lover of nature that is there in my, I can say, in bone. So that part is there. Then I done my MSc in applied geology and become a geologist. So that is the conflict. It's just like something like you're doing something different and you working against that. So that's the thing. So I have to say this. I felt guilty. I felt guilty. I am the culprit of these things. This mass destruction on the earth. So being a profession, I'm doing that, and I felt I need to do something. I need to do something for the protection of the environment and wild animals. That is the concept. And I really believe that if you are in the system, you can do much more rather than you becoming a descendant. You wait for an activist or something like that. So that is my idea. Being in the system, I done much things in mining sector, like good mining practice, restoring green, reclamation and revegetation. All those things are happening. So I believe that I know it's not 100% you can bring back the nature, but same time you can do something, practicing something. And you know that mining industry or mining is an essential part of any country's growth or any country's economy. You can't, set aside. That is the one thing. And second side, the thing is, whatever things happening in the world, you need to have minerals and metals. So it is quite evident that we can't stop. Then what we can do, we can regulate the mining. You can regulate, you can bring new technology to not too much destroying the nature and all those stuff. So that's my idea, and I done something on my industry. Same time, there are a couple of NGOs working here, so I just want to collaborate with them. This is how I start my conservation aspect.
Okay, I mean, your choice for Indonesia as your base is just because of your profession, right?
Of course, of course. I got a job. Actually, I'm a research fellow. I've been doing some research in Kerala. And then later on, I moved to Indonesia. I got a job as a geologist. So I moved to Indonesia. But currently, I'm not a geologist. But yeah, I'm running a few projects. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Now coming to that particular photograph of yours, which went viral throughout the social media and was published in almost all media across the globe, across all languages. The photo of the orangutan, extending her arm to person.
Uh,
How did you come across that photograph? I mean, I know it is from Borneo.
yeah. Before that, I need to tell this. This is the connection. Actually, I told I want to work something for the environment and wildlife. So what I done, there are a couple of NGOs working here for protecting these orangutan. I love orangutan from my childhood itself. I love that. I'm passionate with these animals. So once I moved to Borneo, I've been in Indonesia almost 13 years, but I am working in other islands. Then I moved to Indonesia and this Borneo. I know that there are a couple of NGOs working for the protection and survival of orangutans. So I write an email to them. I want to go there. I want to support them. For that purpose, I write an email and I wrote an email. Then um, I want to part of one of their a program called adoption. So for that purpose, I went there. I want to adopt orangutan. So proudly, I can say I'm a parent for 3 orangutan. I'm an adoptive parent for 3 orangutan. So I'm doing that. So I went there. And they're giving all information about their NGOs activity, how they're protecting, how they're rescuing, what are the medical facility they're providing, how they after rescue, what is the process, how bring back to the rainforest. All these things they're given the lecture and everything. Then they know that I am a passionate photographer. So they told me, please come, we'll take you for a trekking inside their protected forest area. It is a pre-releasing forest area. So I went and while doing this trekking, this incident happened. That is completely, I can say it's completely unexpected. And it's a lovely gesture. Um, Beyond all these things, beyond all these sensational things, my point is entirely different. My point and my content and my message is a little bit different from the what that picture is showing, like orangutan trying to help a human being, or it's like a cinematic things. But my intention or my things is entirely different in that aspect.
What is that? What is the message that you could see in that? What is the
I will
message
tell
that you
you.
are trying to convey?
Actually, this photograph, animal behavior be quite evident everywhere. Whenever you go, you can notice how brilliant these animals are, and they are also like human being. They also have the compassion, empathy, everything. I felt in during my entire journey in photography, in wildlife photography. I met several incidents like this, passionate and lovely nature and empathy and all these kind of things. So my intention was nothing but the world is facing a big problem. It's nothing but we lost the basic character called humanity. And I felt even in India also we lost that. So during 2020, I am seeing a lot of news. I felt ashamed sometimes why people are doing like this, why people are not even taking care of human being. The rest of the thing is fine. Your same journal, same species, or same journals, you are not protecting, you are not loving, you're killing them. So my message is quite evident. That's I put a caption for that photograph. I put the caption is like this. Is something like I felt is my philosophical words. I felt that orangutan is trying to help that fellow, and so I felt orangutan is trying to say something to him. So let me help you. Once humanity dying in mankind, sometimes animals are guiding us back to our basics. This was the caption. That means orangutan is trying to say that you man, you lost this basic character. You are living in a world, you are not at all caring even human being itself. If something happened, people are not taking care. People are not, that empathy and sympathy, everything gone. So I want that message to pass. So once that is the major problem, whatever wrong things is happening across the globe, only because of this. If you have that humanity and humility in you, I don't think so. What is happening in Ukraine and Russia, maybe the political things, but the innocent is dying, right? Without their consent, without their problems, because of power, money, and all those things, people are dying. So that is my message. If you have that ability, you have that character, nothing will goes wrong. If you have that, then you will start loving people, you will start loving nature, you start loving animal. That is the threat. So the indirectly, orangutan is saying, once you get this character, I'll be safe. You will not chase me away from my habitat. You will not kill me because you have an empathy, you have love and compassion. So that is the message I pass through.
Wonderful. I think you met the forest warden after that. I mean, I had read
Yeah.
saying
It's a
that he didn't
guard.
take the
Actually, it's a
hand.
guard or a crew. Yeah.
And why he didn't take that hand?
Yeah, there are several things. I think it's a universal law for most of the people who working in a wildlife sector, like sanctuary and everywhere. There is a thumb rule. The thumb rule one is unnecessary. Never ever engage with the wild animals to show something extraordinary things. So that is the thumb rule one. And here I felt, as per my discussion with him, he said, they are giant and very powerful. Their hands are powerful. They are arboreal. They always travel through branches. So they are very strong arm. Suppose I give my hand and orangutan try to pull, it may enter into something different. Maybe it will rip apart. Maybe orangutan's balance goes and they may fall down to water, and orangutan can't swim. So a lot of things put it in his mind in that fraction. So I think that is also another message from this photograph, that how a wildlife guy to act in some like this movements happen to him or some incident happen like this. So that is also another message passed through. I think several people even recently, not recently, last year, one interview happened from Brazil. So one scientist also said the same things. He also felt the guard, he done a remarkable job. He acted wisely. So
Okay.
I felt this is another message will pass through that image.
Okay.
And
But then how did it go so viral? That photograph
uh,
going so viral across the media, across social
I
media?
should say this social media is one of the biggest vehicle for in the 2000 the 21st century. This social media is very powerful, very powerful. How you utilize this media, that is important. You can reach any message, anything in a fraction of a second across the globe.
True.
I felt that is happened to this photograph because we all human being having empathy, compassion, love towards animals. That is there. Whatever cruel you are there because from the childhood itself, our toys. You know why the toys market they build all these animals and everything. The toys are animals basically. Why? Because from the childhood itself, that compassion is there in our mind. So totally, there is no difficult for me that every human being have a soft corner towards the pets or animals. So that is the one triggering point, and the another one is maybe the caption. And people are, everywhere there are good people. They know what it is. And I posted this within 1 or 2 days. It got viral like anything. First they got viral in Indonesia. Even the Bupati, like ministers, chief ministers, police officers, all are, retweeting this.
Okay.
There are Instagram and Facebook I posted. So from there it get, uh, just like spreading like anything. And people talking about what we are doing. And I think that is the triggering point. And it goes to even this photograph. I will tell you one more thing. I don't want to blame. This photograph actually I sent to one of our media in India, in Kerala, but they never posted this image. So they thought, yeah, we will do something later. And I post in my social media. Actually, I kept this photograph for some contest, but I told you that 2020, I need to give a message. I usually do that through my social media. So I posted in Instagram, Facebook with this caption. Then I don't know. I couldn't able to. It's completely surprised. I can't believe the. I think March 7th. I think March 7th. Yeah. I think today.
Yeah, correct.
No, sorry. Not March. No, March. Sorry. February. February 20. Yeah, February 7th or something. BBC talk show, morning talk show. They show the newspaper, and seeing these things, the orangutans news. I didn't see that, and I think maybe after 2 days, someone is showed to me, "Hey, this is your photograph. It is in the morning show." So I'm really surprised. Then they called me from BBC. Called me. Then they done interview. One is in there is a radio, BBC radio sound. It's called sound. Yeah, they done interview. Then CNN approached. CNN also done interview and they done article. Then other papers, all those things. Then there is an agency contacted me, and they helped. They publish in several newspapers. Like Swan or something like that. So they publish it in mostly in UK, US. Then it's got spread. I don't know. Then I can't track it. It's gone like anything. Then back to India. After publishing in newspapers, like CNN, this one, then Indian national media are taken. Then Kerala newspapers also. I think Madhubhumi or some other channels.
That way in India, the wildlife photography or wildlife film as such is not recognized even today.
Maybe I don't know whether they understand the content or something. I don't know. I don't want to blame it, but it's happened. But fine, I don't want to name it, but it's okay. But I'm quite happy that the content literally passed, and I think because of that photograph, this organization really got, a lot of eyes, and they got several donations, and so on. Even they contacted me. They released. There are every photograph having positive and negative side. So in this photograph also there is several things like people talking about it may be for the orangutan is not for helping. It might be for food. It might be for something else. I don't want to blame anybody for that. It's fine because we are no one to judge these animals what is going on their mind. And one thing is quite sure, and I want to tell you that fellow who's doing some other works, he is cleaning the river banks. He is not carrying any food or fruits or something to give. And there is a snake spotted in there, and people are searching. These people are looking for the snakes, and they couldn't able to find it. And he cutting the bushes and all those stuff that time. So if orangutan is trying to, put his hand and for food, I don't know. There is no food to ask. So if the people are saying, even there is a fact correct tabloid, they're putting some news, but I don't have any problem. Even this organization also, they can't predict what is happened. So they also put a statement. It might be for food, it might be for something else, but we don't know what is happened. Fine, but I told you I need that content. I don't want the sensational things. I just want to use the moment. Maybe I'm glad that I'm right moment. I'm there, and I able to click that moment and capture it, and I publish it with my own thought. So that is the positive side I felt. So negative side, if people is talking about all these things, I don't care. It's all right.
One of your earlier interviews, you had said from that photograph onwards, once that photograph went viral, from that photograph onwards, you moved on from being a wildlife photographer to a photojournalist.
Hmm.
What was the transition?
Actually, I'm doing quite before that. I done a couple of photograph for publishing, writing articles for that, and publishing, and even exhibition also I done for this aspect. I'm doing something for conservation, like there are one project called Bleeding of Earth. That is one of my project I'm doing for conservation, and also I'm part of one of the organization here. They are doing restoring a mangrove forest. So I'm doing that also, and also one of my photograph which emphasize the problem of Jakarta. That is, Jakarta is sinking. So that photograph also, like, is one of the important photograph for me as a conservation. So these are the things I'm doing. But this photograph make me to think twice and twice. Rather than other things, I do other genres, but I need to do something for this, especially because I got fame or I got connected with the people because of this photograph. So it is my responsibility to do something for them. I don't want sell my photograph or just for using that orangutan photograph and getting fame for me. But same time, I need get benefited for that orangutan and environment. So that's the decision I made, and I'm doing that. I'm doing even the NFT. There is a new technology right now in cryptos. So we done a great step now. We collaborated 18 photographers, and we done a fundraising program, and we hardly, I think it's about $10,000. We raised and supported these NGOs here in Indonesia. So there are several things is happening other than just a photography. Yeah.
There's another series, a photo series, where you were showing a lady, a friendship or a bonding between a lady and a crocodile.
It's
They're
not a
sitting
lady
together,
actually.
then
Yeah.
the crocodile swims
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it's not a lady actually. It is a guy. Actually, this project is ongoing project. I didn't publish it. Actually, I'm dealing with one of the top magazine. So I don't want to reveal that. So I'm doing that. I've done that project almost done, and writing is going on. It is about one fellow, one fisherman, uh, 23 years of relationship between that fisherman and a crocodile. There's a saline water crocodile, quite famous here in Indonesia. The Ambo, the fisherman name is Ambo, and crocodile name is Riska. He met this crocodile when the crocodile is very baby, and he doing fishing, and they got the bond. He feeding that crocodile, and crocodile is in the habitat. It's not domesticated, or it's not in the zoo or anything. It is in the wild. So that I'm portraying that human animal conflict is everywhere. So this is a different coin of that different part of the coin. That's it. The connection between wildlife and the human. How human is showing some empathy. How this connection. This is like crocodile. I don't know how. It's like an elephant or horse or dog or everything. We can say it's a domesticator mostly. So they are being with the human being. But like a crocodile, it's a wild. So how the crocodile have a connection between human being, and it's become a giant now. It's almost 4.5 meter big. So about I think yeah, it's a very big crocodile. And I visited that place. It's quite really it shocked me because very near to the crocodile. Hardly 20 centimeter away from the crocodile, my boat and this one. It's a huge.
Your association with certain conservation organizations like Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation and the Jejak Pulang. I think that's
Yeah,
a
Jajak Pulang. Yeah,
Indonesian.
yeah. So this
Can
is
you
yeah,
throw some light on
yeah.
what the activities of these two organizations are?
If you look into orangutan survival. Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation is one of the topmost NGO across the globe. There are two. One is from UK, another is from Australia. But UK is mainly they have a rehabilitation center, they have temporary forest, and all those things. So in 1991, they both established, and they are the non-profitable organization working for this, and it's huge. They are almost taking care about, I think, 700 of orangutans, and they rescued almost 450, I think, 450 orangutan rescued, and they, rehabilitated to wild, rainforest. So it's a huge, they're doing remarkable job. So this one, I'm supporting them, like sometimes donating them in all those things, and they're using my photograph for, charity, fundraising, all those things. And basically, they are happy with my photograph got viral because they got a lot of eyes. And wherever I present, definitely people are seeing and people are adopting. So if we can adopt directly through website, so a lot of adoption is happening. And even the NFT, I'm telling the non-tangible tokens, we done something for Orangutan Outreach. There is another organization. They are the organization, they are supporting small organization here in Indonesia. They're doing fundraising, and their fund they utilizing, giving to the all small organization. So yeah, that's the thing. Last time we done so almost $10,000 we generated, and we are given to them. So that process is going on. It will be like a living body. We are 18 wildlife photographers across the globe. They are the leading photographers. So I'm one among them. I'm one of the co-founder of that wildlife collective. So that will be my target. So that organization will not only orangutan, we will do globally. Wherever any organization, NGO needs some fund, and we will identify them and we will support them. So that is entirely different, not legally, but it is entirely different, our own aspect. But we are supporting them. Yeah. And other Jajak Pulang also same, like Jajak Pulang is a very small organization, and I want to help them. Because it's a small one. So I'm trying, maybe next drive, we may make some money, then that money will goes to this small organization. That's also we are in planning something like that. Yeah.
That again is in the field of orangutan conservation.
Yeah, that is orangutan. That is for orangutan. Jajak Pulang is also an orangutan. It's Borneo. Yeah.
Okay.
But we are looking into other aspect in India also. We want to support some NGOs who they are doing something for wildlife. So we are building that. We are creating something. Yeah. So okay. Hopefully in future we will do something good for this.
Okay. Now coming to your photo documentary, The Beauty and Bleakness of Mount Bromo.
Yeah.
Can we get some information on that? I mean, I had seen it in your website.
Yeah.
How did you come across that? What was it?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not completely a wildlife photographer. I love to work in all genres of photography. I love to experimenting everything. My photographic journey started from landscapes, portrait, and all those things, and documentary things. This book, and basically I'm a geologist. You know that my background is geology. I am passionate with volcanoes. I'm passionate with all these things, and it's my as a geologist, everybody have that feeling. You can see something in your eye. Oh, they are living volcanoes, like what we call is active volcano. Okay. So Indonesia is one of the country where most of the, I think 18 or 20 volcanoes are active. You can, some volcanic mountain you can go and see. So I went there as a tourist. I just want to see this volcano. I just want to experience that moment. One photo triggered me and pulled me to make a documentary book. That is, I saw after visiting this place, I went to the caldera. Caldera means the opening of a volcano. You can climb the top, and you can witness this fuming. It's allowed for till noon time. After noon time, the fumes will be more, so you can't go further. So daytime they allowed. Whenever any peak time, they will not allow. That warning will be there. Other times you can visit. Yes, every tourist can visit. This is a very beautiful volcano. So I went there first time. I saw one fellow inside that caldera. Inside that caldera is very steep. Okay, he's standing inside. I really shocked. I see, what is this fellow is doing? He is really picking something from that slough. So later I noticed that he picking some coins, rupees, and everything. You know why? People are devoting. The Bromo is nothing but Brahma. The people are believing this volcano. There is a ethnic called Tengaris. Tengaris people are Hindu ethnics, and they're believing this volcano. Volcano is their god. So they will go there and they will preach and they will pray for their safety and things. So the people who picking things from the caldera, they are the only people can do that, because the government is allowed, because it's a part of their tradition that they can collect something from there. Even though it is dangerous, even government want several things, it is not allowed, but it's a part of their tradition that if they taking this offering, it will be fortune for them. That is the belief. And there is a festival called Kasada. That festival is 14 days festival, and it's a story. I don't want to tell the entire story. It's about the king and queen. They got a kid because of praying, and all those stories are there. So I saw this moment, and I asked my guide what is all about, and he said, "This is the part of the tradition." Then you believe that I visited 10 times. I went there again and again to understand what is all about this culture, why it is like that. Then I able to visit during that festival also. So I visited, I documented. So I telling this story about the connection between Tengaris people.
Did it as a passion, or you did it as a commission? It's a commissioned work.
It is not a passion. It's my own things. I never work for anybody till today, but I do. Like at some time I write articles, I send to these magazines and newspaper, they pay something. So that is usual things. But I'm not working for anybody, but there are a couple of magazines and the newspaper, they want to collaborate. So I'm doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to my last part, actually I wanted to talk a little bit about your passion and other arts also, your painting, your photography in other spectrum, like I think you're a fashion photographer, a lot of other areas that you have explored in the photography field itself. Can you quickly throw some light on that?
The same thing. Actually, for me, photography is a language. It's a language to communicate. So if you feel something to capture and you want to tell something through that, I will do that. I don't want to focus on certain aspect. I'm in certain genre. So I want to experimenting things. That is the part of my journey. I'm doing that. So I want to capture astros. I want to do drone photography, because my conservation photography mostly in the drone photographs. And astros like Milky Way, chasing Milky Way, all those things I love to do. Passion also, fashion photography also one of the things. That is a conceptual actually. I love the conceptual work. The conceptual work is like you put some thought and you design something. So every aspect is there. There is art in it. So I love to do some art through that. So that's why my fashion photography mainly into conceptual mode. And there is fine art things that also I'm doing. There are a couple of projects I'm working on. I hope, because a little bit busy schedule, otherwise I can make it early. But yeah, I'm expecting that I can do it early, and I will publish that. There are few, fine art projects I'm doing. So that is all about. I feel that every genre can utilize and convey something.
But I think the difference between a wildlife photography or animal photography and this is there you have a concept and you develop on that concept in a fashion photography.
Yeah.
The other one, you take the photograph and then think about the concept.
Yeah, actually there is two version. Every photography, every genre, there is a two version. One is you think something, you have pre-visualization, even the wildlife, okay, even the wildlife, we have something in your mind. I want like this image. I may travel there. I saw some place like, oh, this is the good frame. I compose that frame, and I am waiting for some animals, a subject comes to that frame. That means I have a pre-visualization of that frame. Sometimes I got like orangutan things. It is completely strange, unexpected. It is like a decisive moments. So decisive moments are comes to you. It is only your duty to capture the moment and fraction of seconds. So these are the two sector in every sector, everything. So conceptual, basically, yeah, you have everything in your mind. But in wildlife, you can't predict, but you can visualize. Or you may wait for a week, sometime, maybe months to get that, or keep traveling and traveling and traveling to capture those moments. So that will happen in every sectors. Yeah. No, but definitely, they both are. There is a thought. Every genres have a thought. You can apply it. That's the thing.
Okay. Now coming to the last question, your message as a conservationist, as a photographer, combining it with conservation, what will be your message to youngsters who want to come into this field?
Yeah. The first and foremost, I want to tell them, be a responsible photographer. Why? Photographs are the powerful tool which can evoke people's mind. That's quite evident. If you are doing some mischief, you are completely manipulating things and narrating different story, it will pass a different message. It will impact badly. So you have all freedom. You have an artist, you have all freedom for expression and everything, fine. But certain genres, you need to have that ethics in your mind. So ethical photography is most important. Even you do some kind of your own thought, your own art into it, no problem. Write down each and everything as a statement. That statement will be provide information that will not lead the wrong message. So that is quite important. So you don't want to impress someone. Okay, you do things. If there is something in it, no problem. But the things you write, that will make. So be a responsible photographer. You have a telelens. You want to go to wildlife. I want to capture tiger and everything. That will not serve the duty. The animal not require this photograph. They're not. Hey, show me your photograph. I want to see. I want to see my photograph. No, they never ask, right? So we are doing something. We are documenting something. Of course, we are documenting something for them because we can utilize the document for a lot of things, for the study, for the survival, everything. These are the documents. So provide something genuine and be responsible. And that is for the wildlife and other things. Do things surrounding what is happening across your things, like your surrounding. Is something wrong happen? Capture, publish it, because that will be the evident. Then you can change someone.
Again, it is being responsible.
Yeah.
Again, it is being responsible.
Yeah, that's the thing. So because I believe that my photograph can involve and engage with one fellow, he change his mind. I done my job. One fellow I can change, that fellow will definitely change others. That's my belief.
Okay.
That is how it grows.
Okay. So in a nutshell, the message is to be responsible and at the same time being honest with your work.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to convey.
That is the most important thing. Like ethics is a part of it. Be an ethical photographer. Do the ethical photography. Nothing wrong. You put all your effort and skills and everything, no problem. The thing is, write down each and everything. If you are doing something, manipulation. Now, the 21st century, manipulation, there is no word of manipulation because we all are visual artists. We all are visual artists. We are 100% freedom to express our own way. But the statements serve. The statements serve.
Be
What
true
is
to
your
what you
thing?
do.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Anil. It's been great talking to you. It's almost like I have taken your almost 45 minutes. Thanks a lot. It's been really enlightening for us also. I mean, really a rich experience for us also.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to engage with people. I always welcome discussing with things with people because this is how you can build a community. This is how you can bring something to your photography. So need a discussion and dialogue always. I always prefer that. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for this
you.
wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.